drive. I got a lot of stakes in the backseat of my car. I got a lot of lines. Can play a lot of tricks at the backseat of the bar. And everybody say, hey, yeah, it's me. Trying to catch my spark to light their cigar. Got a little smart, got a little hard, got a little sharp, got a lot of heart in.
You're hearing that voice right now. That is Storry. And first up with RBC X Music is a virtual performance series that was launched to support and promote emerging Canadian artists through the challenging circumstances caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. RBC has made an ongoing commitment to promote emerging Canadian artists who traditionally rely on income from paid performances that have since been put on pause due to COVID-19. Now, you can catch these virtual performances from new emerging artists Thursday through Sunday each week on @RBCXmusic on Instagram. And joining us live this morning from Mississauga, Ontario, is that talented artist right there. That is Storry. Good morning, Storry.
Good morning.
How are you?
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And you know, you right away, super creative. I know the artwork in your room, you did that. The visuals we're seeing as part of the videos that you've been putting out, you're a huge contributor to that, and you team up with some great people as well. But this pandemic, you know, we're talking about not being able to get out there and really share your music and your love for the art with everybody. What's it been like for you?
It's been hard. The thing is, as artists, we really are fueled by the energy of other people. So not having the live performances, not being able to hear the applause, it's a very different experience. But just keep going.
Yeah, you got to keep going. And the timing of everything kind of shutting down and slowing down was definitely even more bittersweet for you, because this was right before Juno's weekend where you got your first Juno nomination. Congratulations for that, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so you're getting ready to go, and then everyone's like, stop, your life is on pause for now.
Yeah, exactly. I was literally about to get on the plane. My bags were packed. I had all my dresses ready. I was set up to perform at the Juno Fest, and then the world shut down.
Yeah. And it's such a great track, by the way. And people, it's Another Man, and you're in the reggae category. You are not a reggae artist, though. You are an artist that can kind of blur the genres and blur the lines with your sound. Let's talk about this First Up program with RBC X Music, and what's that meant for you?
Well, I truly believe that art is only 50% the creation and 50% the dissemination. And so RBC has really helped to broaden that audience for me, and to be able to put out the music even during this pandemic, which has been, you know, quite hard for us artists to get heard.
Yeah, and I know you were getting ready to tour across the country. You had some shows in the U.S. as well, and you've got great fans that are always interacting with you on social media quite a bit as well. And you just are getting set. You just put out a single, and you're getting ready to drop another single in less than 2 weeks called Worth for an upcoming EP. Tell us about this project.
So after I found out that the Junos were canceled, and, you know, I had just released my debut album about not even 30 days before the pandemic hit. So I was kind of devastated, and I decided that I was just going to continue creating, because creating has been my savior. And I created a compilation of records that I worked in isolation with some of my friends who would send me their production from their homes. And so I created this EP called Interlude 19 that will be coming out in September. And as you said, I released the first single, For No One, which came out for Pride Month. And Worth is coming out on August 11th.
Yeah, For No One is so good. The visuals for it is amazing. I can't wait to see what you do for Worth, which is going to be exciting as well. Chapter 3, The Come Up, is what the album was that came out in late January that you mentioned. And every story has many sides. Tell us about the sides of Storry.
So basically, Chapter 3, The Come Up, is a concept album about a woman trying to leave the sex industry, which she was coerced into, and get into the music industry, only to realize that both are equally misogynistic and problematic. she grapples with her relationship with her mother, her romantic relationships, her career, and with money. And that woman is me.
Yeah, and it's important for you to tell your story, of course. And you weren't ready to do it right away, but then decided, hey, this is what I got to do. What was the deciding factor or factors that kind of led to that?
Well, you know, people thought that my story was kind of gimmicky, and so they were like, don't tell your story. You know, it's too sad. And then Cardi B came out, and she was like a huge success. And after that, everyone was like, oh, well, your story's already been told, so now you don't need to tell it anymore. But then I just was like, well, that's just ridiculous. We have a million shows on TV about, you know, white people and their families, you know, and then you can't have two stories about sex workers or strippers. It's kind of silly. So I just decided that everybody's voice needs to be heard, and I needed to reclaim that, and I did.
Yeah, and everyone needs to hear your voice, and they're going to hear that in a quick second. So we do want to remind people, RBC X Music on Instagram is where you can check out all the performances from emerging artists like Storry, and there's so many great, talented artists that we have in this country, so I do implore you to check it out. Chapter 3, The Come Up, is the album that debuted late January. Please check that out. In Interlude 19, we're excited for that. Worth is coming out August 11th. What are you performing for us this morning? No one's told me, so I'm excited.
I was going to sing Bow Down.
Nice. Okay, let's get to it. This is Storry live from her bedroom in Mississauga.
For if the king is the ruler, then I'm the king of kings. Bow down to the maker of all things. For if the king is the ruler, then I'm the king of kings. Bow down to the maker. Bow down, bow down, bow down, cower before me.
Listen to that. And that's just through the headphones that you plug into your iPhone, people. Imagine that. Storry, thank you so much. The lyrics, the music, everything is so great. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that I didn't get onto your sound and your music sooner than I have. So thank you for doing what you do, and keep pushing, and can't wait to hear the new single on August 11th.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Take care.